Okay. All right. So my name is Carla and I'm going to be your lecturer for today. Today we are going to talk about the IELTS speaking and we're going to do some practice tests for the IELTS reading. Okay. So can you hear me well? Am I clear on your end? Claire, Esther, Moline, Mercy, Monica, Spenda. Am I clear on your end? Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Okay. So before we start, I'm gonna have some questions to test how much you know about the IELTS reading test. Okay. So number one, how many passages are there in the IELTS academic reading? Type your answer on the chat box. Okay. So how about the others? Everybody, please participate. We're just few here, so I want to see your answers. Okay. So that is correct. You have three passages. That's letter B. In listening, we have four sections. In reading, we have three passages. So that's letter B. Number two, how many total questions are there in the IELTS reading? Yeah. Okay, that is letter C. Okay, you have 40 questions. So ideally, you spend 1 minute per question and the rest is for reading the passages. Okay. Anyway, okay. Number three, how much time do you have for the reading test? In the listening test, that's 30 minutes. But for reading, you have 1 hour. So that's letter C. Number four, do you get extra time to transfer your answers to the answer sheet? Okay, the correct answer is letter C. There's no extra time. Number five, which passage is the most difficult? How about the others? That is correct. It's letter C. Because passage one is the easiest, passage two, medium, passage three is the most difficult. Okay. Number six, what is the recommended time for passage one? How much time are you gonna spend for this one? That is letter B. Yes. So ideally, since passage one is the easiest, you only spend 15 to 18 minutes. Okay. So for the listening test, that's 30 minutes and then another 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. Okay. So number seven, should you read the whole passage before answering the questions? Okay, that's a good technique. Okay, you have to read the questions first before looking into the passages. Correct. Number eight, what does not given mean? Okay, that is correct. It's letter B. The information is missing in the text. Correct. Number 9. In matching headings, what is the biggest mistake? student make? Okay, it's letter B. Okay, matching words, not ideas. Sometimes you can see that the word is there in the passage, however, it's telling you the opposite. Okay, so make sure that the idea is the same. Okay, and then lastly, number 10. If you don't know the answer, what should you do? Okay, since this is time bound, you don't have time. Okay, so let's eliminate the answers. Letter A is incorrect. Do not leave it blank. If you leave something blank, it might have a domino effect. Maybe your answer for number 10 is blank, but then your number 11 went up. So, yeah, don't do that, please. Letter B, spend 5 minutes thinking. Don't do that. You don't have that luxury of time. And yeah, of course, letter D, do not stop the test at all. And the best answer here is letter C, guess and move on. Okay. All right. So now, okay. So let's start with some practice tests and some tips, of course. Um, the IELTS reading has three passages. There are 40 questions to be answered, and you have to finish them within 1 hour. There's no transfer time, and the difficulty is increasing. So you have 900 to 1,000 words per passage. Okay. Now, so this is the scoring guide. If you want to get a band score of 7, your maximum mistakes is 10. Okay, so, but I know you can do higher than 7. Okay, anyway, so this is the strategy for the time. Okay, so this is the suggested breakdown. For passage 1, you only spent 15 to 18 minutes working on it. Passage 2, 20 minutes. And passage 3, 22 to 25 minutes. This is not very strict. Okay, this is just suggested. Okay, so another strategy is what we call questions first, passage second. Okay, so you have to do this step by step method. The first thing that you need to do is to read the instructions. In the instructions, you will see if you're going to write letter only, one word or a number, two words only, because going beyond that, it's already a mistake. Okay, so underline the keywords in the question, scan for synonyms, read only the relevant paragraph, and confirm your answer with proof. Okay, so now, so what are the tips to get higher band scores in your IELTS reading? So the first thing that you need to do is to understand the question types. There are many question types there, and later we will practice answering each type of question. Okay, so you have to skim and scan effectively. Skimming, you will get the gist of the passage. Scanning, you will locate specific information. If you're asked for a date, just look for numbers, do the scanning. Okay, so practice moving your eyes quickly over the text without reading every word. Okay, so now let's try this one. Okay, let's have a practice test about matching headings. What do you think is the best heading for this paragraph? Type it on the chat box. Okay? So it's about regular physical activity. What do you think is the best heading for this paragraph? It only contains two sentences. Okay, how about the others? Four of you mentioned A. Okay. So that is the correct answer. So, benefits of regular exercise: improves muscle tone, reduces risk of diseases, and boost immune system. Okay, that's letter A. How about this one? Some believe that exercises alone can lead to drastic weight loss. However, weight management requires balance between exercise, diet, and lifestyle choices. It's a misconception that physical activity can always lead to significant weight changes. That is letter B. It was mentioned, okay? Common misconception. It's letter B. That is correct. Okay. The next one. How about this one? Okay, that is letter C. The keyword is mental health benefits. Okay, so psychological impact. That is letter C. Correct. Okay, so see, it's easy. Matching headings is easy if you're going to look for keywords right away. Okay, so yeah, time management. I already mentioned the 15 to 18, 20 minutes, and then the last one is 25 to 30 minutes. Okay. 22 to 25 minutes. So, number four, look for keywords. Identify the keywords in the questions and find their synonyms or paraphrases in the text. Okay. Now, I want you to answer numbers 1, 2, and 3. Okay, type your answer once you are done. This time it's different because you have to spell out the missing word. Okay, so number 1, what's your answer? Okay, bees are essential for the process of pollinating many crops. It's pollinating because if you say pollination, it doesn't sound good. Process of pollination many crops. Okay, so the only answer for number 1 is pollinating. Number 2, what is your answer? The decline in bee populations is partly caused by blank loss and climate change. Okay, it is on the second sentence. It says, the decline in bee population is partly caused by habitat loss. The only correct answer is habitat. Okay, number 3. Protecting bees involves reducing the use of blank. As much as possible, you copy exactly what's on the passage. Okay, so reducing the use of pesticide. Okay, all right, that's a great one. Next. Okay, I'm giving you another minute, okay, to read the sentences and complete them. Mount Everest is known as the world's blank peak. That is correct. Okay, highest peak. That's on the first sentence. Number two, climbing Everest requires both physical endurance and blank skills. What kind of skills? Okay, so the physical endurance word is on the second sentence. What else? What else is the needed skill? Okay, that's great, everyone. It's technical. Okay, technical climbing skills. Number three, many climbers are drawn to Everest despite the blank involved. That is correct. Okay, many climbers are drawn to Everest despite the dangers involved. Very good. That's a good answer. Okay, next. Another minute to quickly scan what the idea is about. Electric vehicles are considered an alternative to blank cars. Okay, look at how it was written. Does it have a hyphen? Okay, as much as possible, you copy exactly what's on the passage. Okay, so the correct answer here is gasoline powered with hyphen. Okay, number two, one benefit of EVs is the reduction of blank emissions. The correct answer is tailpipe emissions. That's on the second line. Number three, widespread EV use depends on improvements in blank technology. Okay, number three is okay, battery. All right. So that is it for sentence completion. Now, so we need to understand synonyms and paraphrasing. Okay, so IELTS often paraphrases the question in the text. You will not see exactly as to what you are reading on the passage and what you're answering. Okay, so you have to practice recognizing and understanding ideas expressed in different words. Okay, number six, read instructions carefully. Okay, so some people they almost get perfect score, but because they use letters instead of the word, okay, that is incorrect. Okay, number seven, you focus on the first and the last sentence. Usually, the main idea of the paragraph is on the first or last sentence. Read carefully and then scan the rest for details. Okay, next is beware of distractors. You have to be cautious about misleading information. Okay. So IELTS reading section includes distractors that seem correct but aren't. Okay. So now let's try to answer true, false, not given. Okay. So I'm giving you a minute to familiarize yourself with the passage. Okay. When you are answering true, false, not given, you have to base your answer on the passage, not on your prior opinion. Is it true, false, or not given? Number one, what do you think? Is it true, false, or not given? Okay, passage one. The passage does not claim any that dairy is essential. It just mentioned that it contains calcium, which is important. So number one is false. It's telling you the opposite. Okay, so it's not claiming you that it is essential. Number two, calcium is the only nutrient required for bone health. Is this true, false, or not given? Okay, number two, calcium is the only nutrient required for our health. This is false. Okay, right. Number three, the other factors besides calcium are important for maintaining strong bones. Which other factors are those? Are the other factors besides calcium are important for maintaining strong bones? This is true. Why? This is letter. This is true, false, not given. This is true. Okay, the passage states that vitamin D, physical activity, and overall diet are important. Okay, so this is true. How about this one? Okay, let's try this one. Oops, sorry. Okay, this time it's multiple choice. According to the passage, reading on paper means. According to the passage, reading on paper, Is it C? Is it D? Is it A? Wow. In this question, there are multiple multiple answers. What do you think is the best answer? A, C, D? Okay, according to the passage, okay, it suggests that there is no significant difference in memory retention and between paper and digital books. So this is letter D. Okay. Okay. How about this one? What does the passage suggest about digital books? Okay, many of you answered letter B. So, digital books are more convenient and eco-friendly. Actually, it was mentioned on the last sentence. Okay, so when you say convenient and environmentally friendly, it's letter B. More convenient and eco-friendly. Correct. Thank you, everyone. Now, let's try and do the sentence completion. Okay, please, I'm gonna allot you 2 minutes to work on this. Electric vehicles help reduce blank in cities. How about the others? Use no more than 2 words. Number one, electric vehicles help reduce air pollution in cities. Number two, one of the challenges to widespread adoption of EVs is the high blank of batteries. High cost. It's cost, COST. The passage mentioned that high battery cores cost are a, a challenge. Okay. Okay, number three. Range anxiety is a concern for people who worry about the blank of their vehicle. Okay, how about the others? Okay, that is correct. Range. Okay, very good, everyone. Okay, range. It's Range anxiety. Okay, it's range. Okay, how about this one? Telemedicine is considered particularly helpful for patients in blank areas, especially for patients in rural. Okay, rural. Rural. Okay, how about this one? Some healthcare professionals are concerned that telemedicine may lack blank. Okay, that is correct. Personal touch, that's right. Okay, number three. One advantage of telemedicine for patients is its blank. Okay, make sure that the word that you're using is suitable or grammatically correct with the sentence. Okay, so one advantage of telemedicine for patients is its affordability. Okay, it has to be affordability. Okay, so you have to practice with different kinds of text. IELTS reading come from a variety of subjects. So you have to practice with different types of reading materials. Your newspapers, scientific articles, magazines, all of them are very helpful. Okay, expose yourself to different kinds of text. Okay, so let's have another practice test for matching headings. So what is the best heading for this paragraph? Okay, some of you mentioned it's C, others D. Okay, the best answer here is letter C. It's about popularity of telemedicine. Okay, how about this one? Despite its popularity, some argue that Telemedicine is not without drawbacks. So it's letter. It has challenges, drawbacks. That's letter B, correct. Okay, lastly, how about this one? So the keyword here is healthcare cost. What is the best answer for this one? It's letter D, telemedicine and its challenges. Okay? One of the key advantages of telemedicine is its potential for reducing healthcare costs. By eliminating the need for in person visits, telemedicine allows patients to save on transportation, time, and even consultation fees. Okay, so the one related to this paragraph is letter D, telemedicine and cost savings. Okay, now let's move forward to the most challenging. Okay, don't overthink. Okay, sometimes, yeah, it's tricky whether you're going to use false or not given. So don't assume based on your general knowledge. It has to be backed up. Okay, so let's try this one. Okay, so number one, penguins can fly like other birds. Is this true, false, or not given? What makes you say it's false? Yes, okay. So in the first sentence, penguins are flightless. Okay, so number one is false. Penguins cannot fly like other birds. Number two, most penguins live in the southern hemisphere. Is this true, false, or not given? This is true. Okay, most penguins live in the southern hemisphere, especially in Antarctica. Okay. Number three, penguins are poor swimmers. True, false, or not given? If it's telling you the opposite, you say that it is false. Okay, so penguins are described as excellent swimmers. So this is false. Okay, so you practice writing the entire word. Okay, because in reality, if you will write F, T, or NG, that will be incorrect. Okay, now let's have another set. Okay, so this time, okay, renewable energy is becoming more popular worldwide. Is this true, false, or not given? Okay, this is very true. Okay, it is becoming more popular as mentioned. Number two, all countries aim to use only renewable energy by 2030. You will only say false if it is telling you the opposite. So many and all are not opposite. So the best answer here is not given. Okay. So the the opposite of many is few. Okay. So I believe that the best answer here is not given because the passage mentions ambitious targets for 2030 but does not say all countries aim to use renewable energy. The opposite of half is whole, all. Yeah. Okay. I understand. Yes, I think. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that, Esther Dama. Okay, Monica. So, yeah, false is the correct answer. That's right. So, it's telling you the opposite. Half and all, okay. How about number three? Solar and wind are examples of renewable energy sources. Is this true, false, or not given? Okay, that is very true. Solar and wind are examples of renewable energy as stated. How about this one? Leonardo da Vinci was a famous artist and scientist. It is true, okay? So, brilliant artist, inventor, and scientist. Number two, all of Leonardo's inventions were built in his time. Okay, this is false because not all of his inventions were built. Some were not feasible in his time. Okay, number three, Leonardo's notebooks contain machine designs. This is true. His notebooks contain designs for machines. Okay, so last one. Okay, let's have another one. In the recent years, urban gardening has gained popularity in cities worldwide. Many people now grow vegetables and herbs on balconies and rooftops, helping to reduce food expenses and bring greenery to urban areas. Mhm. So, number one, urban gardening is common activity in rural areas. Is this true, false, or not given? There are tricky words. Read carefully. What makes you say it's false? Those who answered false, why is it false? That is correct. Okay, urban gardening is mentioned as a trend in the cities, not in rural areas. So, this is false. Okay? So, rural is different, is the opposite of, it's the opposite of cities. Okay? So, it's telling you the opposite. Okay? So, this is false. Okay? Number two, some people grow their own food to reduce expenses, to reduce cost. Is this true, false, or not given? Okay, this is very true. Okay, so city dwellers grow their own food to reduce cost. That's correct. Lastly, number three, urban gardening helps add greeneries to the cities. Okay, that is true. Okay, urban gardening helps bring greenery to urban areas, to cities. Okay, so how do you find it? How was it? Were you able to practice your skills? Okay, here are some more materials that you may use. Okay, so you may take a screenshot of this so you can have more practice tests on your own. Okay, so you may use IELTS List, IELTS Mentor, IELTS Simon. British Council has free practice tests and even IELTS online test. Okay, so next one. Okay, we have IELTS Advantage, English Test Store, Magoosh, Exam English, IELTS Practice Test. Bottom line, I would say that there are many resources online. Okay, you don't need to pay, you don't need to buy any books or any paid apps. Just make sure that you maximize the free resources online. Okay, if you are given an opposite of the answer, if it's telling you the opposite, it's false. If you cannot verify it, it's not given. If there's no information about it, it's not given. Okay? All right. Thank you everybody for your time. Thanks for attending. We have live lectures every day. Tomorrow is going to be Miss Hazel. She's going to talk about the IELTS listening. Okay? And then on Thursday it's going to be writing task 1. On Friday, it's going to be writing task 2. Okay. All right. That'll be all, everyone. Thank you for attending, and I'll see you then on Thursday. And tomorrow, attend Miss Hazel's lecture. Goodbye, everyone. Have a great day ahead.